Hi there, my name is Josefina Encarnacion, and I am a business advisor. I work with small businesses, startup, and expansion. And today we're going to be presenting what are the first steps that you need to take in order to start a business. So let's get started. And as I said before, I'm a business growth educator. I have a master's degree in business administration. I also have a master's degree in human resources and 15 or more years of experience with business startup. And I do this because I like to help people on taking the right steps for their small businesses. And to me, teaching is my passion, so that's why I do it in this kind of platform and be able to help you in your first steps. Let's get started. So in the agenda for today, we have things that you need to do before you start, or things that you need to consider as you move forward with your business. So we're going to look at the business plan, what you need to plan, your commercial structure, your taxation, licenses, permits, registrations. You're going to have to deal with your local government requirement. If you're going to have employees, yes, there are things that you need to consider in terms of your recruitment and the assistance programs that are out there that can help you in your venture. So the business plan is important. I will not start a business, and I do not recommend anyone starting anything before planning it out. It is not because the plan is going to save you, but is going to prevent you and experiencing a lot of headaches. But it's also going to help you really focus on your goals, on taking action, and pretty much become very consistent in what you want to achieve through this business idea. So it's your roadmap. It's going to give you that insight of what needs to be done. And it's going to give you the opportunity to measure your goals against your revenue projections. But at the same time, it is a tool that you need to use in order to present your idea to investors or banks if you don't have all the funding or all the capital to start your business or expand your business. In your business plan, and we're not going to really get into it in depth in terms of that because this will be just a workshop in itself, but I just want to present to you what you should be looking at when you're thinking about this idea. You want to make sure that you're having this approach in terms of, sorry, running out of battery here. There we go. So the business plan section is, you're going to have an executive summary. That's the last part you're going to write because everything else, this part depends on everything else that you research and write. The company description, your market research, key in anything that you do is to research the market before you launch your idea. You really want to make sure that you are satisfying a need and want, and you really want to make sure you understand where you are in the industry as a business that is going to penetrate that market and create a brand that will satisfy the need, but you're also being different from your competitors and you understand what the market wants. You're also going to talk about your product and service line, your marketing and sales approach. Here you're going to concentrate on your strategies to show how your business will reach customers. And then the last part, but one of the most important part, is your financial projections, because this part is what's going to let investors know if you're building a company in solid foundation and you will be successful through your sales revenues, and that you're going to be able to to meet your financial obligations if you have to take a loan and pay it. You want to show that you can pay that loan through your financial projections. So that's the first key. Business planning, first thing you want to do for your business. The next thing that you want to consider, once you have your business plan, you wanna look at, okay, I know how much it's going to cost me, because that will be revealed through the business planning. You want to make sure that you understand what it's going to cost you to open this business, because if you don't have all the funds, then you're going to need some sort of financial loan or financed loan, or investors to come in and give you the money that you need in order to operate your business. So there are many options in the startup phase, or when you're starting a business. Most of the time you're looking at your own personal financing, and many people start businesses by personal loans, credit, equity loans, lines of credits, loans from friends and family. So those are the kinds of things. But in the local government or your federal government also might indicate that you may qualify for an SBA loan or micro credits. So you want to look at the SBA.gov and find out whether or not you can qualify for those kinds of loans for your business. Or you can go to your bank and ask the bank, what type of programs or services they have for small businesses. The other part is that there are what we call angel investments, or ángeles inversores, ángeles in Spanish. As you can see here, I didn't translate that quite well, but they do exist. You just need to find in your community who they are. We also have state and local government programs that serve entrepreneurs that are considered underserved in their communities, and you may get business consulting advice, no cost to you. So you want to look in your state and local government for those kinds of programs. And also we have other types of local federal government agencies that are serving disadvantaged communities and disadvantaged businesses. And, they're going to talk to you about the stock market, bonds, or how to get government contracts. So those are the types of financing that can exist for your business. You also want, the next step is, okay, we talk about your business plan. You figure out your initial costs and your operational costs. You find out whether or not you have all the funds. If you don't have funds, then you want to go and get financing for your business. And then you want to think about, the next step is to think about your commercial structure or your legal structure. And here we're talking about how you're going to legalize your business. Are you going to be a sole proprietor? Are you going to be a partnership? Are you going to be a limited liability company? Or you're going to be a corporation? And the difference between all of these is your legal responsibility at a personal level when it comes to your business. And as you can see, a sole proprietor is not incorporated and you are a single person managing the business, and there is no separation between you and the business. There is no separation. So your assets and the assets of your business are all together. So there is no separation. Well, how do you prevent any kind of problems is through commercial insurance to back you up in this situation. Then we have your partnerships, which could be general or limited. And within that, you have to decide whether, if you're not going to do the business alone, you're going to have partners. Then you need to know how that partnership is going to be. And it's very important to involve an attorney to draft that contract, that partnership contract, so that the responsibilities and tax and duties are very clear, and the ownership of each partnership is also clear, because you don't want to have any kind of conflicts when it comes to, a partner left. Well, what are we owing them? It has to be clear from the beginning. So it's very important to talk to an attorney when it comes to that. We also have the limited liability company, which is a hybrid form of business structure. It combines the partnership as well as a corporation, but you can also have a single limited liability company. So you can be one person as a member in this type of structure. And then there is this very clear separation between your assets and the assets of the business. Now, this is one where many small businesses feel more comfortable forming. And it's one that I always recommend, but it depends. So you want to do your consulting with a business advisor and attorney that can advise you on the proper structure. Then the corporation is a legal entity that is legally recognized, independent from you, from the owner. It grants limited liability as well to its owners. You can enter into contracts, like the business can enter into contracts, lend, borrow money, but they can sue the company, but they cannot sue you directly. Yeah, so you have to consider which business structure is right for me for my startup company. Where should I start? Depending on my liability and my responsibility. Then you want to take into consideration that there are going to be taxes involved that you should consider when forming your business. You have to decide, you have to determine the type of income tax return that you must file with your federal government. Okay, and here you have a list of things. It looks so overwhelming, but it's not, because it all depends on your business plan, how in your business model. So you're going to have federal taxes involved, as well as your state taxes. And at the federal level, we're always going to talk about your income tax, okay? That you have to file on a yearly basis. And it doesn't matter if you're a corporation, it doesn't matter if you're a sole proprietor, you still have to file your federal taxes. At the state level, you're going to have, depending on your business, what you're selling, you might have sales and use tax. If you're having employees, you're going to have unemployment tax. You're also going to have income tax. And depending on the consumer or the type of product or service, you might have other consumer taxes. Those are the things you have to, take into consideration because Uncle Sam wants to get paid as well. If you want to learn more about the taxes, I put the website here of the IRS that you can go in, look at the publication P334, and you can find more information about what are those taxes. But what I want to tell you is that, yes, taxes will be involved. You're going to have also taxes at your county, if you have a county in your state, for your business tax, and you also could have commercial tax and municipality taxes. So my recommendation is pick up the phone or go to the website of the city where you live. Ask the question about what are the taxes that you are responsible for when it comes to your business. Here, I just put Berks County tax information because I live in Berks County. And I need to call my county to find out what kind of taxes am I responsible for through my business. So that's very important. Now, the other thing that you want to consider, and it's all about your business plan. This should be in your business plan as well as the steps necessary in order to start your business. You might need, or you're going to need, licenses, permits, and other requirements. So what are those things? It could be a commercial license. It could be a professional license. It could be certifications. It could be health licenses. If you're opening a food business, you're going to require a health license, an occupational license. It means like how many people can be in that in the premises at one time. You're going to need all that. So you want to contact your local government to find out what you're going to need. The other thing that you want to find out is what kind of commercial insurance plan you are going to need for your business. And here in the screen, you'll see a bunch of them. It doesn't mean that all of them apply to you, but if you call an insurance agent, they can tell you what kind of insurance you will need for the business model that you are you have for your business. Okay, so it's important that you understand that you will need insurance. You will need insurance, and especially if you're going to be looking for a loan or anything, it really doesn't matter. You will need insurance. At least general liability insurance you will need for your business. So look at it and find out, you know, depending, like if you're going to have employees, you're going to need workers' compensation. If you're going to be renting a property, buying a property for this business, you're going to need property insurance. So it all depends, but you want to make that phone call. It's very important that you do so. If you're going to be hiring people, and I go back, this is all about your business plan. This is not like a discovery after you open your doors. This is something that you really need to know before you even open your doors or start making a sales transaction, that you understand what you're going to need in order for your business to really work. And if you're going to hire employees as part of your business structure and your legal structure, you're going to need an EIN number, which is the employer identification number. And it becomes like the social security number of your business. And then you want to have clear records about how are you withholding the taxes for your business. And I put it out here, but if you're not comfortable handling this part of your business and you're just starting, I recommend that you hire an accountant, hire a bookkeeper, hire an expert that can handle this part of the business, because As you can see, you have to keep the records, set up the records. You have to verify the eligibility of the person. They have to be e-verified through the website to know if they are legally able to work. And then you have to obtain workers' compensation insurance for your employees. You also, as you hire employees, there are going to be mandatory notices that need to be displayed somewhere in a common area, you know, talking about the minimum. When I put Pennsylvania, because I am in Pennsylvania, but you want to talk about the minimum wage poster, the Reemployment Right Act, U.S. Department of Labor. If you go beyond certain amount of employees, 50 beyond, there are other posters such as FMLA and so forth, and your Fair Labor Standard Act, FLSA. You got to make it in a way where your employees know that you are following all these regulations when it comes to employment. So the most important thing is to get organized and stay informed, because these are very important steps in the formation of your business, and is going to determine your success as well, because this is part of your company's policies and procedure. And if you're small, it really, you know, the most important thing is that you get the right advice on how to incorporate this process in your business. Okay, that's the most important thing. You want to keep your records in a way that is complying with the regulations, as we said before. You will have to sign up, depending on where you are. In PA, you have to do the new hire reporting requirements, and that's because they keep track of child support cases. They locate non-custodial parents who change jobs frequently, and at the same time, they reduce fraudulent overpayments in the state benefit programs, such as unemployment and workers' compensation. But the most important thing, don't get scared about this. This is just if you're going to be hiring employees. And if you don't know how to do it, hire a bookkeeper, a payroll service that can help you and guide you in this process. Thank you very much. In this presentation, I hope this helps you with your business, and always remember, you're not alone in your business plan process. Always contact your local city. Ask information about what is out there for entrepreneurs. What are programs that exist that can help me in the process? There are many nonprofit organizations and government agencies that can help you in the first step of your business. And if you're even looking at this and you're thinking about expansion, there are programs out there that can help you in those in getting advice at no cost to you. Thank you.